Okay, YouTube, here's how you remove the exterior shroud off a Trane XR HVAC unit. So if you're trying to basically get access to the inner coils to do some routine annual cleaning, all that kind of good stuff to clean the coils, first thing you gotta do is take off all the surrounding hex bolts all the way at the very perimeter. Take them all off on all four sides. Don't have to mess with the cowling as much. As long as you got enough cable to kind of leave it connected, you kind of leave that off the side. The hardest part then was basically taking these interior panels off. The first one came off okay on this side, but couldn't get this one easily off. And was only after a little bit of fiddling and finding some help on the internet, they were indicated there's actually a tab in the middle of these panels at the very bottom that you've got to wedge out with like a flathead screwdriver, but it couldn't quite isolate where the actual pin was. So here's the actual detail. So taking a flathead screwdriver, it's literally, at least in my case, it wasn't connected to this. It wasn't hitched there. It was actually hitched to here. So I had to use a flathead, wedge it from the exterior like this, bend it in, and that was able to give me enough space to kind of free off that pin that was kind of hooking into it. And I think it was actually this one that was actually giving it a lot of tension. But this is what it looks like in terms of the actual pieces. Hopefully you don't have one of these tabs here that's kind of holding in place. That at least gives you an idea of what you need to do to wedge it from the exterior. You do not have to go on the inside and try to wedge it. It's literally on the exterior, flathead it right in here, bend it, and you should slide this up, this entire piece up, and leave the four corners as is, even those are all bolted in. This might be a little bit, the sides, the rails of these might be, you know, they're not very slippery, so just make sure you wear gloves when you do it, because you're pulling on metal and you don't want to cut your own hands and stuff. So that'll at least get you access to it, so you can basically service the unit. Hope that helps.